Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. What a truly beautiful day to gather and celebrate the 93rd commencement of Bossier Parish Community College. I'm thankful today for the gift of life, and I'm thankful to be in this moment here with you and with these graduates. My name is Raymond Gaines, and I have the distinct honor of being the Faculty Senate President here at BPCC. It's on behalf of those faculty and our extraordinary staff here that I welcome each one of you today. I welcome our graduates, our families and friends, and of course our honored and wonderful guests to this magnificent celebration. Today is a celebration not just of the graduates' academic success, but of their perseverance, growth, and the limitless opportunities that now lie before them. Graduates, this is your moment. You've worked hard, you've stayed the course, and now the future is open wide before you. I would like to say congratulations to the class of 2025. Now, once again, let us fill this place with honor and joy and show our biggest appreciation for these graduates with one more huge round of applause.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Holly French-Hart, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Institutional Effectiveness at Bossier Parish Community College. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate our graduates. As our ceremony begins, we would respectfully ask that you silence your cell phones during our ceremony. However, we encourage you to express your pride for these graduates by applauding and clapping. Let us begin our commencement ceremony by standing for a moment of reflection. Each commencement is special, and it is appropriate for us to give thanks in our own ways for the success of these graduates. Please join me in a moment of silent meditation to reflect upon the sacrifices our graduates and their loved ones have made during this journey, and to reflect upon their achievement we celebrate today in honor of the occasion. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Ms. Ashia West, Student Government Association President, followed by the National Anthem, sung by Ms. Michaela Swaim, Performing Arts Theater graduate.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs burst
Please be seated. Graduates, commencement marks a milestone in your lives. As you begin this new journey, please join me in thanking a very important group of people, your parents, family members, and friends. They are also guests of honor at today's celebration. Bossier Parish Community College is proud to be designated as a governor's military and veteran-friendly campus by the Louisiana Board of Regents. And for 14 consecutive years, we have been awarded the distinction of being a military-friendly school, reflecting on our exceptional commitment to supporting military members, veterans, and their families. If you are able, please stand if you are on active duty, retired, or a veteran. And on behalf of Bossier Parish Community College, we want to thank you for your service to our country. As some of you may know, Bossier Parish Community College has been serving our community for nearly 60 years. Our first graduating class had 8 graduates, and we had 3 degree programs. Today, we are proud to have programs for over 130 credentials, including over 30 associate degrees. And we continue to identify credentials of value that give our students a clear path and an advantage for entering the workforce. This spring, between our 3 campuses, we are celebrating the graduation of 889 students earning 1,154 credentials. Many of our students have brought distinction to themselves and to the college through their academic achievements. In the commencement program, you will see that there are honors distinctions symbolized by the cords that they are wearing. Additionally, we want to recognize our foundation scholars in this class, and you will notice their medallions they are wearing as they walk across the stage. We want to congratulate all of these students and this distinction. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party and our special guests. Dr. Mary Adams, Dean, Division of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Quentin Calhoun, Dean, Division of Business and Information Technology. Michael Whitaker, Dean, Division of Nursing and Allied Health. Joseph Brownlee, Dean, Division of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Wally Babcock, Registrar. Dr. Rick Bateman, Jr., Chancellor, Bossier Parish Community College. Dr. Jim Henderson, President, Louisiana Tech University, and former Chancellor, Bossier Parish Community College. Dr. Jennifer Lawrence, Vice Chancellor for External Affairs and Chief of Staff. Dr. Teresa Jones, Vice Chancellor of Enrollment Management and Student Services. Aisha West, Student Government Association President. And then we also have some very special dignitaries joining us today. We are very honored to welcome Dr. Chandler LaBeouf, Vice President of Education and Training, Louisiana Community and Technical College System. Supervisor Patrick Johnson, Louisiana Community and Technical College System Board of Supervisors. And Supervisor Archie Hall, Louisiana Community and Technical College, Louisiana Community and Technical College System Board of Supervisors. As many of you may know, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. At this time, I would also like to recognize another important group of individuals, our faculty. Would you please stand? And I would also like to recognize our distinguished staff who are here in the audience to support our graduates. Please stand to be recognized.
So the honor falls to me at graduation to introduce our commencement speaker. It's nice when that individual is a dear friend and colleague. Dr. Jim Henderson became the 15th president of Louisiana Tech University on the 1st of January, 2024. His ties to the institution go back more than 80 years when his father, Clem Henderson, was recruited to play for famed Louisiana Tech football coach Joe Aye. Jim's mom, Martha, was a two-time Tech grad. Jim previously served as the president and CEO of the University of Louisiana System, one of the nation's largest university systems. As the longest-serving UL System president, he led the universities of Louisiana in the creation of a strategic framework that charged its member institutions to produce the most educated generation in Louisiana's history. Through various systemic initiatives such as Compete Louisiana, the Reginald F. Lewis Scholars, and the challenges associated with a global pandemic and fiscal uncertainty, he developed a notion of system that will continue to benefit each of the 9 institutions for decades to come. Jim also served as president of his alma mater, Northwestern State University, where he reinvigorated student life and campus culture, leading to the highest enrollment in the school's 135-year history. Before taking the helm of NSU, Jim served as chancellor of Bossier Parish Community College. During his tenure, the institution ranked among the 5 fastest-growing colleges in the nation for 5 consecutive years. And as Jim has said repeatedly since leaving BPCC, it has never been led better. No, it doesn't say that. In 2012, Jim was named a Northwest Louisiana Business Hall of Fame laureate. And in 2017, he was inducted into Northwestern State University's Hall of Honor, the Long Purple Line. Jim holds a Master of Science in Administration from the University of West Florida and a Doctor of Management from the University of Maryland University College. In 2010, he completed the Institute of Educational Management at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. He currently serves as the chair of the Board of Visitors of the Marine Corps University. The best decision Jim ever made was in marrying his college sweetheart, Tanya. Tanya founded her own media company after a successful career in advertising. The Hendersons have 3 children, Reagan, Nicholas, and Alexander. Alexander is majoring in chemical engineering at Louisiana Tech. Jim also has 4 grandchildren, Zachary, Miguel, Maria, and Lucille. Please give a warm BPCC welcome to Dr. Jim Henderson.
Thank you, buddy. I know what you're all thinking. I hope the speech is not as long as the introduction. I do have some business to take care of. On the way in, I found something in the parking lot. If you're missing a tassel, anybody? You can pick it up when you come across the stage. I'll give it to you, okay? So it'd be right here. I am so delighted to be here. Goodness. I dare say in 1967, when the visionaries in Bossier Parish created the 13th and 14th grade of Airline High School, in little T buildings on that campus, they could not have foreseen this. If I could see it without these lights, I'm sure it would be very impressive. It's you look very distant. This is an amazing, amazing gathering. I have to tell you, for 5.5 years, I got to work with the amazing faculty and leaders of Bossier Parish Community College. Where I sit is where I stand. So. And meet students that captured my imagination and developed in me a passion for being around students and learning to a far greater degree than I ever could imagine. I remember getting an email from Ray Scott Crawford in July of 2009 inviting me to a play. I thought, okay, I've got nothing better to do on a Sunday afternoon than to go see a community college play. And as I sat through these couple of acts of The Woman in Black, I was amazed at the talent of the students that were performing. And as I left, I went up to Ray Scott and I said, I'm totally blown away by the quality of what I just saw. And he goes, yeah, well, we kind of dial it back in the summer. And that started me on a journey of discovery around an institution that is much bigger than its name or its physical footprint. Guys, you are so fortunate to have graduated from Bossier Parish Community College. I'll never forget in one of the first meetings when my daughter's 8th grade class, yeah, this is a great idea for parents. Move your daughter before her 8th grade year. She'll really love you for it. We had moved here, and a guidance counselor came from a very prominent high school here in Shreveport, Bossier area, and was talking to the class of 8th graders and told them, you need to be paying attention to your grades right now. Because if you're not, you're going to graduate from school and you'll have to go to BPCC. Now, she had no idea who I was or that I was in the audience. And I walked up to her right after the speech and said, hey, I just wanted to say hello to you. It's my wife, Tanya. We're new to town. Told her my name, and all of a sudden it started to click. And I said, I'm the new chancellor of Bossier Parish Community College. And if you've ever seen a person melt in front of you, she melted. And listen, she was so gracious. She goes, as soon as I said that, I thought that's not what I should say. Now, I want to fast forward a year. My daughter is a freshman at this same school. And one of her teachers in homeroom said exactly the same thing. Now, you know, college presidents and chancellors are very slow-tempered, even. They don't react over the top. But I penned a letter to the principal of that school, and I talked about the programs that were at that school. And I said, I invite you and your staff to come and visit. The next week, he came with about 8 people, and we took them on a tour of campus. We showed them all the things that were happening. But the greatest thing was every event that I attended from then on at that high school, and there were a bunch of them, they would talk about Harvard and Princeton and Louisiana Tech. Let's slip that in there. And the most wonderful community college on the face of the planet, Bossier Parish Community College. It was magnificent. So just telling you, sometimes you got to get your bluff in really strong, and you'll be amazed at the impact it has on people. But look, it wasn't really a bluff. I remember one of the first programs that we created, the one that had been in the works for some time, but one that took a little bit of political will to push through, was what is now a lauded nursing degree program at BPCC. Are there any nursing graduates today? Yeah. Yeah, so Carolyn Burroughs was the dean at the time. And I told Carolyn, I said, look, I'm going to push this through. We're going to get this done. In fact, another community college about 100 miles to our east had started the same pathway 4 years earlier, and we graduated our first classes the same time, right? But I told her, I said, I've driven by a billboard of a nursing program in this area that celebrates its 100% passage rate on the NCLEX. That's the licensure exam you take after you graduate from nursing. I said, the problem was there's only 7 people on the billboard. I said, it's easy. Well, it's not easy, but you can attain 100% passage rate simply by ensuring only those that can pass graduate. I said, here's your goal. We want a 100% graduation rate from this program and 100% passage on the NCLEX. And then I was done. You guys get to do all the work. 2 years later, the 47 entrants in that program, the inaugural nursing program, all took the NCLEX. They all passed it on their first attempt. That is a testament to the caliber of the faculty, certainly, the leadership of that program, but the caliber of the students that came to that program from varied backgrounds. Some were coming in traditionally, had just graduated high school, this is what they always wanted to do. Some were coming, they were in their mid-40s, and had always been trying to figure out what they wanted to do. And it was really descriptive of the student body at Bossier Parish Community College as a whole. You come from all kinds of backgrounds. I had a woman that I just saw upstairs that grabbed me. She's graduating today. She told me, she goes, I remember sitting in your office and you convinced me to come to school. And the last time I sat in that office was 10 years ago. So whatever events have transpired, and you know there's been a lot, there's been storms, there's been floods, there's been a global pandemic. She's graduating today, and I am absolutely amazed at that. That's really cool. Rick said, why were you sitting in my office? And I said, it was my office at the time. But my experience at this institution gave me such a deep appreciation of learning, and more importantly, of the power of learning to transform lives. How many of you came to BPCC to enter a program so you can get a job? Any of you? 3 of you? Well, darn, man, what are y'all doing? It could be all of you. Again, it's the lights. So you're going to enter the world of work at a time that is transforming more quickly than ever before, the rapid expansion of technology. When I was a student at school, I used student media money to buy Macintosh Quadra 950 computers. Everyone is familiar with that, right? It's about this tall, about this wide, it weighs 33 pounds. And the phone and the watch that I'm wearing right now are about 250,000 times more powerful than that computer was. Now, that's a really abstract thing to think. What does that even mean? It's hard to put it into terms. Well, every one of you walks around with the Library of Congress at your fingertips. You walk around with access to more information than has ever been compiled in the rest of the history of the world combined. And so that technology is changing the world of work. I'm sure most of you have heard of artificial intelligence. Anybody write a paper with ChatGPT? Listen, the statute of limitations in Louisiana is 2 years. So I'll ask you again 2 years from now on that one. Yeah. We had to buy papers from I'm just kidding. We didn't do that. We did not do that. But with robotics and automation, so many tasks that people have been paid to do are being automated, right? You no longer have to do them. Now, don't let that scare you, right? In the 19th century, the Luddites were artisans in the United Kingdom, Great Britain. They destroyed the machinery that was coming into their factories because they thought it was going to replace their jobs, right? They were afraid of advances in technology. In the 1930s, John Maynard Keynes coined a term called technological unemployment. That technology is advancing so quickly, there will not be enough jobs to keep people employed. How's that working? In the 1960s, Time Magazine issued a prediction. They said by the year 2000, most of us will be spending all of our time looking for ways to leisure because there will not be enough employment for people. And yet, at every one of those eras of change, of advance, of technology, there's actually been an increase in employment because we've always turned to education to prepare people to live in that new world. Now, I will tell you, this era of change is a little bit different. If anybody take calculus? Anybody take math? Work with me, it'll go faster. So, as a line becomes almost more vertical, it's an exponential growth, right? And that's what AI is doing. It is expanding the use of technology and the ways that we can do things so quickly that it almost becomes vertical. We don't know when that's going to slow down. But we do know a couple of things, that what it can't replace, at least yet, are those things, those traits, those characteristics, those competencies that define us as humans, that ability to empathize with others, those ability to think creatively and critically, the ability to solve problems as part of a team, as part of a diverse team. Let me tell you something, regardless of what degree or credential you're earning today, those competencies have undergirded every aspect of your learning, whether it's been spoken to you directly or not. It's all designed to ensure that when you graduate from this college, you're not learned, you're learners, and you're prepared for whatever changes life presents to you. If you come to Louisiana Tech, you come to the 4th floor of our library, and the doors are going to open, and there's a diploma right there in the archives. It's from Harry Howard, our first graduate in 1897. We opened in 1894. This one guy, to be a jerk to his classmates, decided he was going to finish in 3 years, so he's the only graduate from 1897. But under the name Louisiana Institute of Technology is a slogan. It's attributed to John Ruskin. It says, "Life without industry is guilt, but industry without art is brutality." Think about that for just a second, and I hope those words resonate with you. But they'll resonate with you maybe even more if you understand what they actually mean. All of you have access to what's called the Oxford English Dictionary. It should be available through your library. If not, come to Tech. It's available through our library. But you can look up words and you can find the origin of these words and the evolution of these words over time. And when Ruskin said those words, industry didn't mean the production of goods. Industry meant the value of work in and of itself, that work had purpose, that work had nobility. And art wasn't just pretty paintings or sculptures. Art was a reflection of society's attempt to perfect morality. And so then when you hear those words again, life without industry is guilt. So life without this desire to be productive, to do something, is guilt. But industry, that desire to do work, without some moral basis, some foundation, some framework to appreciate it, is brutality, right? That's what these competencies prepare you to enjoy, so that when you enter this world of work that's fundamentally changing, as a learner and not learned, you're prepared for those changes. My favorite philosopher, a guy named Henry Hoffer, said that in times of change, which we're in right now, the learners inherit the earth, while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. More than anything else, as you prepare to leave the corridors of Bossier Parish Community College, take a moment to celebrate the fact that you've achieved something monumental. You are a college graduate. But then, tomorrow or next week, understand that you are not learned, you are a learner, and this learning is going to continue for the rest of your life. Sometimes it's going to be formal, like those of you that transfer to Louisiana Tech University, which I hope is a lot of you. Sometimes it's informal. Sometimes it's the things you learn in your relationship with your partner. Sometimes it's things you learn in work. Sometimes it's things you learn when you go to a place you never saw yourself being, and you learn from those around you, and you learn from those that you serve, as happened to me in 2009 when I came to BPCC. I'm just so proud to be able to stand here and look out on this, well, what I hope is a group of people. Again, the lights. I'm so proud to be able to be here and watch you celebrate this moment for yourselves, for the faculty to help you achieve this moment, for your family and friends that have filled this auditorium to celebrate you. There's nothing quite like celebrating this remarkable achievement. Immerse yourself in it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it for the rest of the evening. Pick up your tassel if you need it. But then set your plan to continue learning. Our future, you can tell there's a lot of gray hair on this stage, and without modern chemistry, there'd be a lot more gray hair on this stage. Sorry. We're moving on. We're not the generation of the future anymore. You are. And because you're graduates of Bossier Parish Community College and the things that you're going to do, I could not be more excited to see what that future holds for all of us. So congratulations, God bless, and go Dogs.
So we've got no greater friend to the two-year colleges in Louisiana than Jim Henderson. He understands us, he understands our mission, he understands our values. He wants to see us successful. When we find a friend like that, we want to recognize it, we want to honor it. Several of our graduates today have stoles with the letters Phi Theta Kappa, the Greek letters, Phi Theta Kappa. It is the International Two-Year Honor Society, and we reached out to them, Jim, and we asked if we could extend an honorary membership for you into Phi Theta Kappa. They could not agree fast enough. They sent us this wonderful certificate. We framed it for you. We want to present it for you right now. The associate degrees, technical diplomas, and academic certificates will be conferred. Dr. Holly French Hart, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Institutional Effectiveness, will present the candidates. Mr. Brian Wally Babcock, our registrar, will award the candidates their degrees, diplomas, and certificates.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Chancellor Bateman, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for associate degrees, technical diplomas, and academic certificates by successfully completing curricula offered by the divisions of Bossier Parish Community College. I am pleased to recommend to you, with the confirmation of the faculty and the academic deans, that they be awarded these credentials, as is in each case appropriate, in recognition of their academic accomplishments and achievements.
Upon your recommendation, and by the authority vested in me by the Louisiana Community and Technical College Board of Supervisors, I do hereby award you the associate degrees, technical diplomas, and certificates as indicated.
Symbolic of your graduation, would you now move your tassels from the right to the left? And will the graduates on this first row please remain standing and all others be seated? And for those seated, the marshals will indicate when you are to stand and move forward. Will those standing come forward and receive your degrees and certificates? For the Certificate of General Studies, Sophia Grace Armstrong, Janaea Bryant, Alexandra Trace Campanella, Mallory Brooke Cooper. Emerson Lane Daniels. Nai? Neng Shindim. Monisha Yovette Fisher. Kaylee Gosler. Janet Renee Hansen. Bethany McDowell. Alexis Janelle Nyla. Vanessa Shea Sawyer. Ashley Shanae Smith. Giovanna Cachet Thomas. McKenna Grace Walsh. Kami Elizabeth Young. Jakayla S. Richardson. Certificate of Technical Studies in Acting. Certificate of Technical Studies in Directing, Meredith Ann Treese. Technical Diploma in Criminal Justice, Imani A. Alexander. Associate of Arts in Performing Arts, Alexis Tisby. For the Associate of Applied Science in Communication Media, Judd Daniels. Caitlin Dugdale. Connor J. Gardner. Austin Dwayne Jackson. Brianna LeBray Kirkland. Kyle Mason. Harley M. Matchner. Delara Lee Schatzman. Triana A. Sly. Keen Thompson. Sophia Anthony. Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice. Lakeisha Ashley Harris. Rebecca Grace Howarth. Caitlin A. Hyde. Jarrett Penix. Araceli Santos Mendez. And Araceli is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. David Robert Sibley. Carmi Elise Talmadge. Becky Thompson. Noelle Tristed. Jasmine Kelly. For the Associate of Arts, Louisiana transfer. Chris J. Batten, and he is a Foundation Scholar. For the Associate of Arts in Performing Arts. Aubrey E. Cripps. Tania Green. Francisco Javier Islas. Francisco is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Adrian Quan Morris. Michaela Swain. For the Associate of General Studies. Alex Braden Adcock. Isabella Alvarado. Kiara Baker. Alexis Balthazar. Xavion Barnett. Asiana Benali. Mackenzie Lynn Bohannon. Lindsay Brown. Leanne Joy Colson. Jackson Robert Coma. Jenna Nicole Culpepper. Latoya Renee Daniels. Madeline L. Davis. Trinity Ellis. Deanna Eileen Hennon. Abigail A. Fajardo. Kirsten Samoy Makami Flores. Saxony Foster. Christy Lynn Gainey. Allison Jeanette Green. Takaya Elizabeth Guzman. Robert Hargis. Kaylin Harper. Tiana Harris. Bailey Halsey. Katie Lane Howard. Tyrone Irigama. Amelia Ruby Jones. Riley Denise Love. Christina M. Mackin. Anna Claire McGowan. Clara Michelle Mote. Emma Grace McKenzie. DeVary Moore, Jr. Charles Luik Onana Awana. Samantha L. Owers. Nicholas Plunkett. David Richardson, Jr. Jocelyn Robinson. Kanaja Robinson. Joseph Salvatierra. Samora Sampson. Noah Anthony Severin. Ethan Luke Smith. Valencia Sneed. Jaden Taylor. Ajang Mawir Tong. Leyland Wallace. Caitlin Alyssa Warren. Alaska Lee Wilder. Morgan Danielle Womack. Abigail L. Alvarado for the Associate of Science in Teaching. Danielle Rochelle Huckabee. Dakota Bailey Mullins. Morgan Christy Thomasy for the Career and Technical Certificate in Basic Management. Kaylin Goff for the Career and Technical Certificate in Business Associate. Isabella Marie Ann Clark. Alyssa Renee Meeks for the Career and Technical Certificate in Cloud Computing. Rose Juma. For the CTC in Computer Repair, Matthew Banks. Kendra M. Bass. Dakota Crowley. Christopher Donnell Freeman. Jessica Elizabeth Harvey. Kendall Jackson. Kendall is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. David E. Moon. Christina Diane Rambo. Cameron D'Angelo Upshaw. Gabrielle Ethan Woodard. For the CTC and Help Desk, Shakina Denise Murphy. Whitney Tavon Young. Okay, for the CTC and Accounting Technology, Laura Johnson. For the CTS in Business Entrepreneurship, Madison Barfield. Kaya Ezell Grace James. And Tanisha Edwina Stafford. For the CTS in Culinary Arts, Erica Black. For the Technical Diploma in Culinary Arts, Devin Juwan Chisley. For the Technical Diploma in Cosmetology, Ashley N. Eddington. Ashley is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Gracie Lindsay. For the Associate of Applied Science in Business Administration, Rebecca Armstrong. Stephen Lance Bruce. Keandra D. Clark. Mandy Cole. Diane S. Ferris. Brittany Cashel French. Claire Mackenzie Gray. Landon Hudlow. Nina N. Johnson. Jasmine Danielle Kelly. Akira Mayana Lafitte. Latasha Chambriel Love. Jessica D. Mayman. Isabel Marie Martin. Isabel is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Braylon McNeil. Braylon is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Melinda D. Murray. Celeste D. Peacock. Raya Nicole Perry. Sorry. Okay. Simeon Travaris Powell. Jalen Rhodes. Jalen is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Anna Grace Rose Robbins. Joy Haley Ross. Jessica Soto. James Summers. James is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Etanya Thomas. Courtney Thomas. Raven Nicole Westmoreland. Courtney Nicole Woods. Trace Ryder Smith for the Associate of Applied Science and Computer Information Systems. For the Associate of Applied Science and Culinary Arts, Shamika M. Bradbury. Razmia Williams. Darielle Cottrell Stevens. For the Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Systems, Peyton Michael Palmer. For the Associate of Science, Healthcare Management, Melody Gentry. For the Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Systems, Elijah Sally. Ashton Griffin Taylor. For the Associate of Applied Science, Culinary Arts, Michaela Michelle Ashley Roberson. Sierra Calmise Perry. The Associate of Applied Science, Cybersecurity, Robert Gardner. Timothy Lynch. Caleb Renfro. Caleb is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Andrew William Rice. Christopher Gerald Robinson. Christopher Alexander Tanner, Jr. So for the Associate of Applied Science and Software Development, Perry Christian. For the Associate of Applied Science Systems Administration, Boisetta James. The Associate of Science in Healthcare Management, Amira Latrice Evans. Alicia Jackson. Jocelyn Landers. Kelsey Sepulvedo. For the Career and Technical Certificate in ECG Telemetry Technician, Kiera Chitman. Alyssa Ellison. Carla Aguilar. Artisha Rainey. Michael Charles Vandenboom. Tanya Diane Vandenboom. Aleph Atharik for the CTC and Emergency Medical Technician. Matthew Farmer. Marina Renee Ferrier. Charisma Ania Flanagan. Kara Lynn Johnson. Abram Michael Keith.
Got my card. My name is Kavondre Macon.
Kavondre Macon. Nikita McCullough. Patrick Allen Purry. Tyler Austin Perryman. Marshall Thomas Smith. Kaylee Elizabeth Truelove. Hayden Joseph Viola. George Alexander Walton. What, say again? Okay. Destiny Christine Delaney Venice. For the CTC and Nurse Assistant, Ayana Marche Ballard. Akira Sharday Bonner. Adrian Bradford. Deshauna Brown. Ashike Burton. Ashanti Neosha Burton. Angelina Marie Canizaro. Haley Iriana Green. Natalie Lynn Green. Destiny Maya Holmes. Brandon Johnson, Jr. For the Associate of General Studies, Adrian Trenon Brown. For the CTC and Nursing Assistant, Charlasia Sherelle Newton. Hannah Nikiel Payton. Tiara Charvel Robinson. Reagan Janae Rushing. You got this. Kaylee Ann Russell. Got it. Naima Ayana Wafer. Marlasia Chevelle Walker. Deidreana S. Milton. For the CTS and paramedic, Kayla Castles. For the technical diploma and medical assistant, Carly Jones. Can I just say DeAndre Simmons? Do it that way? Okay. For the CTS and pharmacy tech, DeAndre Simmons. Johnny 2. For the CTS and phlebotomy, Regina Adkins. Adriana Nicole Amaya. Brianna Ayers. Yolanda Y. Claggett. Shania Lachey Jackson. Carolyn D. Johnson. Lily Wallace Levi. Rebecca Lynn Morales. Felicia Prudhomme. For the CTS and medical office specialist, Katrina Lynette Youngblood. For the technical diploma in practical nursing, Courtney B. Adams. Jody Buckner. Charlene Dunlap. Leanna Taylor Stewart. Kelly Nicole Taylor. For the Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science. Xavier Nehemiah Harris. Tony Hay Rogers. Joby S. Thomasy. For the Associate of Applied Science and Medical Assistant. Sonia J. King. Rosalind Miles. For the Associate of Applied Science in Pharmacy Tech. Laura Dyson. Arnica Jett. Erica Yanette Monteano. Alexia R. Allison. Megan A. Chapman. J.C. Marie Cotton. Brittany Dyer. Caroline Elise Garrett. Natasha Gates. Wright Danielle Guay. Brianka Michelle Hall. Janice Hamilton. Lena Christine Harrell. India Krishan Hartz. Terry A. Hawkins. Bailey Leanne Huff. Shade Azundu. Shaquille D. Jefferson. Markia Jones. Haley Renee Knighton. Tamika D. Lang. Tamika is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Abigail J. Lynch. Juan Carlos Morales Espinoza. Caitlin Rose Moore. Camber Price. Lillian Rochelle. Sarah Courtney Reeves. Ireland Rodriguez. Jacqueline Rogers Patterson. Jacqueline is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Shatira Nicole Sanders. Shakira R. Scott. Kendall Pauline Sepulvedo. Dianca Plachette Smart. Lindsay Thomas. Terriana Christine Thomas. Dylan Matthew Tucker. Demetrian Williams. Mallory R. Wilson. For the Associate of Applied Science and Respiratory Therapy. Sarah Chevalier. Trinity Frick. Allie Manus. Brandy Ratcliffe. Trinity Timmons. For the Associate of Applied Science and Surgical Tech, Destiny Disha Garner, and she is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Kaylin Gertis. How do you pronounce your last name? Kakara Asita Edith Gomnimnu. JC Sage Hodge. Keontae Kelly. Alyssa Diane Lamb. Alicia Chantel Manning. Jaden Myers. Jaden is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Shatiron K. Hope. Magdalene Rieger. Jade Sabbath. Chelsea Samuel. Elizabeth Stevens. For the Associate of Science in Nursing, Melissa Shonique Atkins. Jasmine Letitia Bailey. Jasmine is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Hannah Dawn Burrows. She's a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Gabrielle C. Kavanaugh, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Cameron Christine Cox. Mary Margaret Deck. Allie Marie Trinidad Diaz. She is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Michael Grant Fontana. Jacob David Hammonds. He is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Caitlin Renee Harper. Brandy L. Hawks. Alyssa Paige Helfenstein. Keisha Hewen. Melissa Procell Johnson. Shakira Jones. Aniston Faith Jordan. Caitlin Abigail Kelly. Kara Nicole Lawson. Caitlin Lumpkin. Alexis McGee. Larita Mohammed. She is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Brittany Ann Nejame. She's a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Kathy Wynn. Kelly Nichols. Damika Fields Phillips. She is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Melissa Lewis Pickett. She is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Hannah Lee Pitcher. Erica M. Scoggins. Lee Ann Scott. She is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Amanda Sexton, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Philip D. Smith, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Nicole Alexandria Stacy, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Lori Taravella, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Riley Elizabeth Vidal, BPCC Foundation Scholar. For the CTC and Air Conditioning and Refrigerator Helper, Melissa Claire Campbell. She is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. For the CTC and Industrial Technician, Ian Christopher Kindler. Brandon Patterson. Joseph Manuel Rodriguez. For the CTC and Thermal Cutter, Jermaine Thomas, Jr. For the CTS and Welding, Larry Dwayne Remo. For the Technical Diploma in Electrician Technology, Christopher E. Barb. Wyatt Williams. For the CTS and Arc Welder, Alicia Tierra Cagle. She's receiving a technical diploma in welding. River Ebarb. Jackson Ricketson. Rylan Rivers. He is also a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Jesse Stewart. Lexton Thomas. Victor Korb. Earl Preston Raines III. For the Associate of Applied Science in Industrial Engineering Technology, Milton Cameron IV, and he is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Richard Eugene Courville, and he is a BPCC Foundation Scholar. Timothy Dehart, Jr. Michael Franklin, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Caleb Jordan Robertson, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Courtney Slater, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Spencer Smith. Jacob Milton Tellis, BPCC Foundation Scholar. Malik C. Williams, BPCC Foundation Scholar. For the Associate of Science in Engineering, Wesley Nottingham. Jason Jerome Williams, Jr. Xavier Davis, BPCC Foundation Scholar. For the Associate of Science, General Science, Rayleigh Duplichin. Samantha Bell Land. Bailey Weldon. For the Associate of Science, Louisiana Transfer, Avery Grace Fry.
you need some water? I was dying.
See very well to see if they're all seated. Huh? I think there's someone walking down the aisle right there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present our spring 2025 graduating class of Bossier Parish Community College. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration, I would like to thank you for your attendance at today's graduation ceremony. Will the audience please remain seated for the recessional? And will the graduates, stage party, and faculty please rise?